Welcome to the world of mega yachts, where billionaires turn the ocean into their personal playground. But today, we're diving into the real deal, the 5 most ridiculous over-the-top yachts on the planet. We're talking $10 billion worth of floating insanity, gold, submarines, dinosaur bones, you name it. Stick around, because by the end, you're gonna help me pick the wildest one. Let's sail in. But first, a quick heads up. Since 2020, the ultra-rich have been snapping up yachts like they're Pokemon cards. Demand's so high, shipyards can't keep up. So, if you've got a spare billion lying around, sorry, you're too late. Now, let's meet the boats that make my bank account cry. Kicking us off at number 5, it's Dubai, a $400 million floating palace owned by Sheikh Mohammed of Dubai. This beast is 530 feet long, longer than a football field, and has 8 decks packed with a swimming pool, a squash court, a cinema, and wait for it, a lobster tank. Because nothing says I'm rich like fresh lobster on tap. It's got room for 115 guests and 88 crew, so basically it's a small city that sails at 26 knots. Built in 2006, it was the biggest yacht in the world until it got dethroned, but it's still flexing hard. Number 4 is A+, a $527 million toy for Sheikh Mansour. He's the guy who owns Manchester City and half of Abu Dhabi's oil money. At 482 feet, it's got twin engines pumping 16,000 horsepower, hitting 25 knots like it's late for a soccer match. Inside, double helipads, a swimming platform, a fitness hall, and a cinema, because why watch Netflix on land? This yacht screams I'm a billionaire, and I'll prove it twice. Fun fact, it's the 9th biggest yacht today, even after launching back in 2012. At number 3, we've got Azam, $605 million of pure speed owned by Sheikh Khalifa, Mansour's half-brother and the UAE's big boss. This monster is 590 feet long, making it the largest private yacht in the world. Built in just 3 years by Lursen in 2013, it's got 47,000 horsepower and tops out at 32 knots. Faster than most speedboats. It's got 50 guest rooms, a master suite fit for a king, and a helipad, because why not? This yacht's so fancy, it probably has a yacht for its yacht. Number 2 is Eclipse, a $1.5 billion fortress owned by Roman Abramovich, Russian billionaire, and Chelsea FC's sugar daddy. Launched in 2010, this 533-footer has everything. 2 pools, hot tubs, a disco hall, 2 helipads, and a missile detection system. Yep, it's built for war and parties. Oh, and it's got an anti-paparazzi laser shield that blinds cameras, because privacy's worth more than your house. There's even a submarine for underwater getaways. This yacht's basically James Bond's summer home. And number 1, brace yourself, it's History Supreme, a $4.8 billion fever dream. Owned by Malaysian billionaire Robert Kuok, this 100-foot yacht is the smallest on our list, but the priciest by a mile. Why? It's covered in gold and platinum. The master suite has a wall of meteoric stone and a T-Rex bone sculpture worth $89,000. Because who doesn't want dinosaur vibes at sea? Designed by Stuart Hughes in 2011, it's less a boat and more a flex. If excess had a name, it'd be this. So there you have it. $10 billion of yachts so wild they shouldn't exist, but they do. Here's the fun part. I want you to pick the craziest one. Is it the gold-plated History Supreme? The missile-ready Eclipse? Drop your vote in the comments and tell me what you'd buy with $10 billion. If you loved this, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Next time, we're tackling something even crazier. See ya on the high seas.